Welcome back to the one and only Smoke the World show.
The world.
Nice dreary day, perfect day to fucking film some episodes. Want to give a shout out to my sister, my blood sister, Michelle, for giving me this treat. These are called Retreat gummies. And I was advised to take half of this because it's really strong. I was actually advised to take a quarter, but they said my tolerance level, because my name is Smoke the World, is probably a little higher. So, but I'm going to take the whole gummy because every time I take one of these, they don't really work. And when they do work, it's like, I just feel weird. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the whole gummy. That's fire. I know I've pillaged through these records before. Like I said, I found a bunch of old ones. I'm going to take it right here on the Smoke the World show. Empty stomach. Let's see what it does. Retreat. Right here on the Smoke the World show. Very good. That was pretty cool. That's a nice way to start it. Like I said, I did dig through this record before. But with all the new equipment and the new skill set that I found throughout the years, when I say I dug through this record before, you gotta understand it's like 20, 23, 24 years ago. You can hear it's all skippy and crackly. I appreciate that. You come here to hear good music, good vibes, good crackle, smoke some good cannabis. Yeah, that's kind of what we like to do here on the Smoke the World show. The cannabis is a very important part of the Smoke the World show. Any sponsors out there that would like to get, their brand of cannabis featured on the Smoke the World show, just inquire.
The world.
Just inquire about me, or inquire about how to get one of your things on the Smoke the World show. We'll do a commercial for it. I've said that before. Still no inquiries. Should the have kicked in by now? The gummy? I don't know how all that works. Michelle, my woos and woes are real, but I gotta say, there's a part of this quarantine that I'm really enjoying. It's not a big part, but it's a part. Some things that were supposed to be removed from my life got removed that I probably would not have removed on my own had there not been a pandemic and a quarantine. I'm struggling with this backwards again, right here on the Smoke the World show. I cannot roll one of these to save my life. Now there's a rip right in the middle, and if I squeeze too hard, it's going to rip it right in fucking half. And that would not be good right here on the Smoke the World show. That would be horrible right here on the Smoke the World show, because then we have to, these things are fucking expensive. $7 for 5. Fuck out of here. Let's see if I can doctor this up without using a paper, because I really don't like doing that. That's tough.
The world.
Can't make that stuff up here on the Smoke the World show. It'll unskip in its own time whenever it's ready. It's a cool intro. It's making me want to get deep, I'll tell you that much, but I'm not gonna. Because that's one thing we don't do here on the Smoke the World show. We don't get deep. Especially now that the Facebook revolution seems to be over. We must do something. Facebook post. I, too, contributed because I wrote a Facebook post. People don't really fucking care. That's the saddest thing. They just want you to think that they care. Like, look how much I'm upset about it. Like, motherfuckers are crazy. Am I feeling something from those gummies? I don't know.
The world.
I didn't stop anything yet, so it's been about 15 minutes. 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. I feel something, I think. Usually the cannabis gets me into a very good zone, and I can lock in. Remember, you used to take mushrooms? You would smoke to kick it in, and then once you smoked, everything would be all fucking crazy. I did all my drugs before I was fucking 18. That's the one thing. I didn't do anything crazy after I hit 18. So from 16, 17, I did fucking all kinds of drugs. Troubled child. But, it didn't beat me. I'm not addicted to anything. I don't think. Nicotine, absolutely addicted to nicotine. I couldn't shake that one. I can quit this whenever the fuck I want. But if I quit it, then we're not going to have a show.
The world.
We're not doing that right now. So I don't see me quitting weed anytime soon. Or unless there's going to be a whole struggle half of a year. Like a 6-month struggle for you guys watching me to make 6 months worth of shitty beats. And the shows be all energetic and you think I'm on something else. And I'm not. So I really do taste it. Not this, the stuff that I ate. That first side has some good stuff in it. Retrograde, like I said, Retrograde. That might be the name of this episode. Retrograde. Retrograde, you're supposed to... Shouts to Brian, Suicide. He's my expert on the Retrograde. And, what he says is, when you're in the retrograde, you're supposed to you're supposed to finish old projects and not start anything new. So that's kind of why, like, I didn't know it was a retrograde to yesterday, but for the past week I've been going through these old records that I sampled. So I figure right on time. You know what I'm saying? With the retrograde, we're gonna try and master some old fucking ideas. You know what I'm saying? That should be what I do. The world. Go through a bunch of old beats. The world. It's kind of cool to hear where I kind of got my shit from. My whole sound. Some of the first records I ever sampled are in this crate. My OGs know what this is. This is dope. Don't nobody bite my shit either, because I got dates on this shit. Kind of why I started the show too. Like, just didn't want to get my shit taken no more. The world. Fuck out of here. Everyone says I'm ahead of my time. Well, I don't want to be ahead of my time anymore. I want to be now. That is tough. What good is it to be ahead of your time if it's never your time? You know, it'll never be your time if you're always ahead of your time. The world. Stop saying that. Maybe I'm not ahead of my time anymore. Skips on this record are amazing. That's like its intro itself. Record is heavy, it's deep, and you all know if you've been tuning in, we don't get deep here on the Smoke the World. I feel like a failure right now because I couldn't figure something out on this record, and it's the end of it, and I'm really upset about that. The world. You know what? Fuck this shit. I heard something good on the first side that I know I dabbled with. It's Retrograde. How did I sing that? I'm gonna try this one right here on the Smoke the World show. I know I've done it, no one used it, you know what I'm saying? It's so old. And like I said, I had to sample it on like 78 RPMs back then with one sample and let it flip and bounce wherever it wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like I had very little control over it. Right now I can just chop it up in as many pieces as I want, and I think that's what I want to do right here on the Smoke the World show. I'm gonna get to this beat, this obscure sample. Could be good, could be great, could be horrible, but you know, I don't think that the gummies are gonna hinder my ability to make a beat. So I'm going to do that right here, right now on the Smoke the World show, and I'll get right back with you right after this. Welcome back to the Smoke the World show. I'm welcoming you back because I just went on a journey, and well, you should really be welcoming me back if that's the case. But the world. Yeah, I like what I came up with right here on the Smoke the World show. I'm stacking these beats. I'm outworking everyone on the planet. I'm feeling good about things right now. With the beats pretty good. It's solid. Solid. It's a pretty salad beat. I'd say it's a salad beat right here in the Smoke the World show. Solid beat. Solid. Would I have a solid? Sorry. The gummy dessert. It was fine. I ate the whole thing. It was fine. I had a moment of fear, but it was alright. I was like, alright, that's the gummy. And it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? It's been probably like 45 minutes, an hour since I turned the camera on. Wanted to get this one really close to as right as possible, and I threw another part in, and I really like it. Just had to double check it before I show the good people of YouTube and the world what the fuck I just came up with right here on the Smoke the World show. So with that being said, let's get to this beat right now, right here on the Smoke the World show. Check it out. The world. One-fourth format, so I think what I did was pretty good, and I made it work to an advantage. As I'm hearing it back now, I'm like, what? Okay, that's pretty cool that I made a beat out of that. I have no idea now that I just jumbled the sounds up. I really don't have any idea what it sounds like. Nope, right here on the Smoke the World. That is the beat. That was just made, crafted right here from the finest cloth on earth, from the ingredients that is passed down in heavenly fashion to the one and only Smoke the World and others like me across the world. You know what I'm saying? I put myself in a pretty good class, so I'm not going to tell you what I think about myself, but it's pretty good. I do have high self-esteem. I mean, I've been knocked down a bunch of times, but when it comes to this music, I have very confident, I like what I'm doing. You know, and I'll take it. I'm on a good roll right now. I'm on a good streak. I'm probably gonna do another one this early in the day. So, you know, I'm still trying to get to 100 episodes by July 21st. The world. Right here on the Smoke the World show. do things a little bit different. We try to anyway, you know. We just want to make our own little mark in the game. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more, nothing less. The world. That's pretty much it. You know. Love to do a song with KRS-One. I would love to do a song with Rock Kent. The world. Would love to do a song with fucking EPMD. You know, with the best, but the people that I grew up listening to. You know, I think I can bring something out of them. Jay-Z, of course. You know what I'm saying? Nas. What would these beats do to Nas? What would Nas do to these beats? I think Nas would kill it. I think we get nasty Nas, man. The world. That's not a normal beat. That's not a normal beat. I give a fuck what anyone says. It's not a normal beat. You don't know what it's like to sit here and not like be like rejoiceful about what the fuck I'm doing because you don't want to come across as like, I don't know, egotistical. I know this is the shit. Like that I'm happy with what I'm coming up with right here on the Smoke the World shit. I don't want to talk about my beats. I just want to keep making them. The world. Remember, it's only halfway done. It can only get better from here. It's got to get, it's got to get built up. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to everybody checking me out. I will catch you next time right here on the Smoke the World show. The world.